Welcome to another What's Up Wednesday. It's been a wild week. OMG. Boy, do we got a big show for you tonight, as we always do. Yep. We're going to talk about Weird Wild West, and that's actually a camper we saw on the streets of Bisbee, Arizona. Howdy, my name is Scott. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Go Small, Live Large, all about the camper van travel experience. And we're just really glad to have you here tonight on the live. And thanks for watching the post after this goes live. We go for 1 hour, so for the top of the hour, and we got a really big show and a lot of fun tonight, and some special guests. Let me tell you what's going on. This is the program for tonight, and my computer's completely misbehaving, so this may be a short show. I hope not. So show tonight, recap the Weird Wild West in Bisbee, Arizona. We just came out of a couple of days ago. Libation Live, we're doing that sooner than later, and the song is by Juice Newton, by popular request from the Vanboree campers. We're simulcasting on LinkedIn, so if you're doing the LinkedIn, watch us from that. Libation Live is going to be a local Willcox, Arizona vineyard. So we're going to share that here in just a second. It's windy out here. The jingle jar, what this does is help support my I don't know, Libation Live. So what it is, and thanks to Robert, every time the jar jingles, if you're playing the jingle jar game, you get to drink, and that's the way it works. So every dollar counts, and every dollar makes people drink. If they're playing the jingle jar game, just press the dollar sign next to the super chat, and that helps support the Libation Live. That's the way that works. And let's see what else I got for you. I want to bring out special guests on. You guys are going to be, and the gals are going to be, I'm pretty happy. Hey, if you're having a great day today, give us a thumb up. Sure appreciate that. And if you're having a crappy day, all the more reason to give a thumb up. It's amazing how much better you feel after you give a thumb up. This is the question format we would like you to use, please, which is 3 stars followed by 3 question marks, and then your question or your comment, but question in particular. That helps me find it, see it, and answer it more readily, or our guests tonight. I want to start off with I don't think we've done this in a long time, if ever, and we've got a really big van success story that I want to share with you all. I got the okay to do this today, and this comes from our What's Up Wednesday last week. We had Terry Hellstrom on, and he shared his Travado owner story and how his van has literally changed his life. So I'm going to show you this text message I got from Bill and Joe. I'm going to zoom in here for you. And I'm going to let you kind of take a second and read it. The bottom line is they purchased a Coachman Beyond literally last weekend. They drove from New York to Florida. They bought it at Sunshine State RVs. We love Nick and the Sunshine State RV team. But what compelled them to do this is watching the video of me and Terry's story last week. Terry's story inspired Bill and Joe to do it right away and to do it now. And I am happy to say they literally are at Sunshine State RVs today. You'll recognize some of these people. There's Stranger Palooza, Hank on the right, Nick's in the middle, then Bill and Joe. And I'm not sure who the guy on the very left is, but that's her brand new Beyond behind them. And I got to tell you, it just warms my heart, because literally this is about us causing people to change their lives for the better. Seriously, I'm not going to cry. Because many of you have met Bill and Joe, and you helped get them over the edge. This is not about me. This is about all of us doing fun things together and helping us change our lives, and we're going to talk about that story tonight. So congratulations, Bill and Joe. They're actually in Sunshine State RVs just down the street, overnightting for 2 nights. They're in the crowd tonight, and I am so happy. They're kind of looking at an Embassy. They're kind of looking at Travado, but they ended up on the Coachman Beyond. So congrats, Bill and Joe. I'm just so happy for you. If you would like to share your story, I would love to hear it. We would all love to hear it. You can help push people over the edge to do what Bill and Joe did. So let me zoom in here for you. On my website, GoSmallLiveLarge.com, there is the form on, I think it's the What's Up Wednesday page, the woo there on the navigation. You can submit your story there, or if you're old-fashioned, just send me an email, GSLL viewer recommendation at gmail.com, and that will come right to me. And we just love, again, to have you on the show and share your story like Terry did, that caused somebody to take the action. It's so amazing. I'm so proud of Bill and Joe for doing that. That's so great. All right, let me tell you where I'm coming at you from, and then we are going to bring our special guests in. You guys are going to be surprised, I think. So I'm coming at you from Willcox, Arizona. That's with 2 L's. It's about, I don't know, a little more than an hour kind of southeast of Tucson. And it's a charming town. Let me zoom in here for you. That's why I'm wearing my cowboy hat tonight. I'm outside clearly. Are you ready for this? So there's my van in the Cattle Rest RV Park and Saloon. This is what my setup looks like right now. And that's what's behind me. There's my van back there. You can see that. I was wandering around town today getting the Libation Live, and here's some murals. It's a cute little town. It's about 20 years behind Fredericksburg, Texas for wine country tourism stuff. So it's pretty cheap right now if you want to buy a place in the Arizona wine country. This is where I go, getting some murals around town. Pretty cool. The night sky is absolutely amazing. We saw all kinds. We didn't see meteors here. Some said they saw them down in Bisbee, but the night sky is just stunning. Where is Willcox? There we are right there. Where our journey started this weekend was the green arrow coming out of Bisbee. It was about an hour-ish to Willcox. Here's the weather today. Pretty warm here, but cold. It gets really cold at night. It's hard to see there, but it gets down into the low 50s, high 40s. So perfect RVing weather. Here's the gas in the area. Pretty huge spread. If you're not using Gas Buddy, that's the app on the left. You'll want to use that in your daily driving. Certainly as an RVer, 71-cent spread. I filled up today for $3.54. And in Willcox, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to get a decent house. It's pretty interesting. Again, let us know where you're watching from. 3 stars, 3 question marks. That helps us see where you are coming at from. And if you're new country, type in NEW, give us your country. We'd love to put you on the map. You can see the map here is growing. We've added 3 new nations. Costa Rica, Switzerland, and Texas was recommended. And Texas, you know, I'm an honorary Texan, and Arizonan, and Kentucky, and Tennessee. But Texas actually used to be a country just before the Civil War, so we put them on there for them. And we're going to dismiss with saying hi because we're going to bring our special guests on. Hang tight. They're in the green room there. YouTube video. So this is kind of fun. I had the McLean's guys walk us around and talk about modding. It was a Sprinter that was shown, but you can do everything to that Sprinter or to a ProMaster and to a Transit. Bill and Joe, maybe you want to get some lights for that fancy new van. McLean's RV can hook you up with that. And that video's done pretty good. And I'm really excited to say, are you ready for this? My computer will work. We're going to have a huge Wingham video this Sunday. I'm waiting for the go from the Wingham team, Wingham USA. It's one of 2. You're going to like either one, and you're really going to like the one if I get a thumb up on it. So stay tuned for the Wingham video post this weekend. It's really big news. And the other one is humongous news. So we'll leave it at that, right? Okay, what else I got? Yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Please appreciate that. Join the journey on Instagram. We have a Facebook page. Thank you, Chris and Sandy, for putting that together. It's kind of growing. I'm not sure how many folks we got in there. Over 100. It looks like 157. I actually posted a picture in there this week. So that's pretty funny. And Patreon. We're doing a lot with the Patreon folks, and that's what we did last night. Let me share a few pictures from this. Patreon is a kind of a paid engagement with the Go Small Live Large community and me, and it's a fun way to roll, right? So we've done some fun things. Last night we had here's some of the campers, and we had a steak dinner at Rick's Tavern in downtown Willcox. The claim to fame there is you buy the steak, you cook the steak, you burn your steak, you just bought your steak. And I'm happy to say that we all did a really good job of cooking our steaks. Let me zoom in here for you. I don't think I've ever seen this anyplace else. You literally are cooking your steak on the grill inside. It was so much fun. Look at that piece of meat. Holy cow. And there we were just having a great time. And there's the gratuitous Instagram picture. And we're going to be doing a lot of these as I roll around because I just love getting to meet you all. Some of us were new to this. Some of us were new to the campout thing. And that's what it's really all about. So it's bringing us together. Okay, just a couple more things. Hang tight, guys. I see it there in the green room. So let me zoom in here so you can see this. So we got streams coming up. We're doing the Weird Wire Lust tonight. Next week we got open mic. And then we got Peter from Rover Vans coming on the 17th. And then Neil and Britt, who's we're going to have as a special guest here in just a second, is coming to share their story. Full-time travelers. She is a traveling nurse, and he's a cool dude in the health business. In-person events. Again, we're doing, okay, so there's a public one in Mesa on Saturday. There's a typo. It's actually Saturday the 6th of May at 10 a.m. at Bass Pro Shop. So if you're in the Phoenix area, please join us for that. And then save the date for the Volta campout and the Chattanooga. And if you're part of the Patreon supporters, we're having a special thing in Chandler on Saturday the 6th. And you saw that earlier today, hopefully. All right. So with that, let's just roll with the Libation Live. I got to show you my shirt first. Hang tight, green room, guys. Sorry. Right there. So I found this. Okay, ready for this? Found that in Bisbee, and I'm like, that's a t-shirt I would actually buy. So one in, one out. So I threw away a t-shirt today. Well, donated to the Goodwill. But that's the way that rolls. Okay, so we're doing Libation Live, I think, next, right? So we can all jingle the jar. Hang tight. There's a little test. And what we're looking at here, this is actually Eridus wine. It's locally produced. Let me show you the picture. This is the website, eriduswineco.com. And it's probably, there's a bunch of wineries here. There's like 12 wineries. And this one probably is my favorite. This is a Fumé Blanc, barrel-aged Sauvignon Blanc grapes. It is oaky. It definitely has stone fruit. It's got a little bit of mineral too, I would say. Medium body. And it's kind of pricey, $40. Yeah, I know. But what's cool is if you come to Willcox on Tuesday, bottles are half off. Now, why we didn't stop there yesterday before the steak dinner, I don't know. But that's the Libation Live tonight. So let's pour a glass, and then we're going to get into this. So there we go. Y'all having fun? I am fired up today. As I always am. All right, so there we go. Put that down here so it doesn't get too hot in the sun. Cheers, everybody. All right, let's talk about this Weird Wild West. I want to bring in some special folks to help me tell this story because that's the way we roll here. So we've got some special guests. We got Mesa Mike in the house. Oh, we got to take him off mute. Hold on. There we go. Mesa Mike. He even bought the sticker.
Oh, it came for free.
That's right. That's right.
It was in a swag bag.
Swag bag. And then we got Neil and Britt. Raise your hands.
Hello.
Okay. And so they're kind of you see them on YouTube probably, Neil and Britt. And then we got Justin in the so you're in the Echo then, right?
Yep, yeah. We're in the Echo. Yep.
So what we thought we'd do is have some fun and talk about the weekend because it was so much fun from their perspectives and mine. So are you guys ready? So let's show some content here like that. Do you remember seeing this van? This truck camper homemade jobby?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So again, Weird Wild West. It was an event that was already going on. We Go Small, Live Large decided to join it, and then Storyteller kind of became a sponsor. So they bought a bunch of parking lots, right? And honey buckets, which the Storyteller people really like because, well, you know, my journey to Bisbee started leaving at 5:30 in the morning out of Arlington, Texas, getting to Bisbee Thursday night. And I would really not recommend a 900-mile day, right? Anybody have Neil, Brett, Mason, Mike, Justin have a sunrise come up in your mirror and then crossing 3 states and 2 time zones to see a sunset at your destination, right? You ever done that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I have, right? And I hate it. I hate doing that.
It's not cool at all. Let me just show a couple pictures of downtown. So this is kind of the downtown area. It's quite hilly, and then we'll ask you guys some questions. And we got questions coming in already. Here's what the downtown looks like without people, and it was flooded with people. It was so awesome. And here's what it kind of looks like at night. So maybe Mason, Mike, just kind of share Neil, Britt, and Justin, some of your thoughts from the weekend. I'm going to scan for some questions. I see a bunch in here. So Mason, Mike, maybe you go first and then just kind of give your high-level thoughts about the weekend. That'd be awesome.
Sure. I got there Thursday when the thing started, and appropriately named Weird Wild West, I would probably emphasize weird, and I would probably say that the song of the night should be People Are Strange by the Doors, because that's what I thought about when I was walking around that town.
That's a good one, right?
Right. But it was a blast. It was nice seeing everybody. Justin, finally got to meet Neil and Britt. That's awesome. new friends. And everybody now knows that I do have a girlfriend and a dog.
And she is a joy.
Yeah, and her name's Joy, and she, for the most part, was a joy.
She scampered right back on Sunday, got a big old shower, didn't she?
Oh yeah, she couldn't wait to get a regular shower.
Neil, Britt, Justin, what were some of your highlights? Maybe I'll put a picture up too.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'd say so. Same as echoing what Mike said. Great seeing old and making new friends like these guys who can't wait to get rid of me out of their van here as soon as we conclude. But I will say I never even heard of Bisbee before the event, and now after being there, it's definitely a place that I would live. It's such a cool town, built up in the mountains, secluded, and just enough of a population to have a nightlife and stuff going on all the time. Although, granted, my perception was a bit skewed since it was there were, I think, 3 events going on there all at once for the 4 days we were there. But such a great, unique town, and again, like I'd never heard of it, and now it'll always be a memory with me.
Yep. Oh, what else can we talk about? I just couldn't believe how that town was a never-ending hill. It felt like you were just always walking up a hill, which was just crazy to me. So we definitely got our exercise in for the weekend. So that's something to know if you go there, that you will be walking up a lot of hills or a lot of stairs.
Even going downhill, you felt like you were going uphill.
You felt like you were going up.
But you literally felt like it was a constant elevation.
Yeah, it was pretty hilly. We saw a lot of. I see some questions, so hang tight, guys and gals. So there's a lot of folks there. The Russos, my heroes, Joe and Kate were there. He was doing the recording, so I was photobombing his thing there. Remember this?
Oh yeah, the alien.
Yeah. So
abduction.
maybe tell us what we're looking at here.
So that was
Friday night.
That was Friday night, and they had an event going on where you were supposed to dress in costume, alien space, or lizard. So a bunch of people dressed up. We missed probably a bunch of other people because there was just every bar had their own event going on.
Well, yeah, it was actually like a 10-minute drive away is where the alien event was going on, but people didn't want to drive to it, so they just did it right where we were.
And this was in the lot that I was staying in. So there was a bunch of different parking lots. And then the Go Small Live Large posse found me, and here we are. That was pretty funny. Back here on the red arrow, that's Kate Russo. She had her Bucky's onesie on, as she calls it. Let's see what else. Then so this is kind of the next morning. So there's my van. Weirdly, we actually didn't get very many pictures of vans in parking lots. But how many vans do you guys think there was in total?
Over 200.
Over 200, yeah.
It was just insane. We got a few more to go through. So let's answer a couple questions here. So here's Roads of Life. How's Lily? So my car, Lily is fine overall. So back on the road and kind of like it never even happened. Don't ask me about how many screw holes there are in my inside of my back door, though. That's another show. Roads of Life. Funniest thing you did and craziest thing you saw at the Weird Wild West Vanboree. Kind of talk about that. I think one of the funniest things I saw was 2 things. It was down in your original lot, Neil and Britt, and that's some guy passing out free pot. Don't see that very often. And there was a beheading of the Queen on Saturday night. And a lot of these events, again, the van thing was kind of in addition to all these other things already going on. And the beheading of the Queen, apparently, I didn't see it, but many of the storyteller people in my site went to it. And apparently there's a very heavy-set lady that was in a Queen outfit that as she began to disrobe preparing for the beheading, and then she was down to pasties and a thong, probably the last person that should be in either. And then they did this dramatic thing to chop off the head, and the storyteller people had the head up in camp, and they were all signing it for the storyteller trophy head from the beheading of the Queen. I think that was pretty. If we'd seen that, that'd have been something else. Do you guys have anything else crazy?
Well, I won't talk about anything about me personally that happened, but you must witness in broad daylight a guy in the bar rips off his shirt and then turns to me and asks if I want any psychedelics. So that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was just the whole town is just kind of weird and crazy. I mean, in a good way.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good experience that everybody's got to go and see for themselves.
I totally agree. And it's very busy on the weekend. We left on Monday. I quieted down significantly. Very van friendly, even without a van-ish event. We talked to a lot of locals, and staying on the street, urban camping is very doable there. Stay for a long weekend. There's BLM land very close by. And when we're all saying it was kind of weird and wacky in a good way, there was never any feeling of being out of control or danger. No, I didn't see anybody getting sick. Just watch out for those hills late at night after a few libations, though, right, Justin? I know, right? So here's a super sticker. So now everybody has to have a drink. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate that. Roads of Life is going to be on the show in August. So excited for that. Let's see. We got another couple of questions in here. We're going to say hi to some folks here in just a minute. Oh, wow. We got Peggy coming in on the LinkedIn. Hi, Peggy. What's up? Peggy's great. She has a Embassy RV. Justin's in the house. Okay, I'm looking for some questions. Everybody, give a big shout out again to Bill and Joe taking the plunge.
That's awesome.
That is,
congrats.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, here's Alfred. He was there.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for the burger, Alfred, again.
Thanks, Alfred. We had fun with you this weekend.
So while it was a lot of fun, there was a little bit of work involved. So I did a class on urban camping. And it was really well attended. Thank you, Marie, for taking photos. It was kind of standing room only. Here's Britain, some of this crowd in the back row. It was packed. It was so much fun. There's Kate Russo in the background. We'll keep doing these because I think it's good for. In fact, we had. Remember the guy, the airline attendant, or airline attendant, the captain, the attendant, the class, urban camping. He was off to the side. Rob, I think his name was, pilot for Southwest, kind of getting into van life. Took copious notes, gave him a tour of Lily, and I think we collectively tipped him over to get a van, which is kind of the whole point. He's really excited about urban camping. So that's cool. Let me roll a few more forward here. So who wants to tell us about this?
Oh, man.
What is this?
Yeah.
The Queen Mine Tour, that was an absolute blast, and it was a great way to get out of the heat too. I think that was one of the best parts.
Oh yeah,
10 feet in, you were already like 30 degrees cooler.
Yeah, I got down to like 47, and it was what, 80, mid 80s, yeah, outside. So it was nice relief.
And what they did is they put you on this train, kind of single file, right? And then they rolled you into this mine. This is Alfred. What's up? He was so great.
I'm glad I had my girlfriend with me for that because I didn't want to straddle anybody else.
they had it down to a T, right? And they kind of stopped along the way, make sure everybody was comfortable.
Right.
So who wants to tell about this old boy? See the red arrow there? Literally the old boy. So who wants to tell the quick backstory on this cat?
So he was one of the final miners at the Queen Mine. He started working there the day he got out of high school, he said. Worked there for 19 years, I believe, before they obviously shut down, and now kind of continues the tradition, leading the tours. And, I mean, he was just a wealth of knowledge, and he was hilarious. His stories are great.
And we figured out he's 85.
Yep, 85.
Yeah.
And it closed in 75, and he's still been doing tours since then.
You can't
or
leave
whenever
the
they
mine.
started.
Yeah, can't leave it.
Yeah.
Hey, didn't we calculate that in today's money he was making like 30 grand a day or something ridiculous like that?
Half a million a year, I think is what we figured out. $500,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he said at the end, he burned through all the money via 2 wives.
Two divorces.
And they took his cars.
And he's still doing the mine tours. He was really funny. This was what was kind of cool. See all the spotlights? You can't really see them in this one. So what they did is they gave every tour guest their own light. So all these spotlights were going around as people were looking at what they wanted to look at. And he was talking about, I don't remember the story on this mummified remains up there. Do you remember the story on that?
I think it was just one of the process that they had to do. He explained like 4 or 5 different positions they had in the mine, and that was one of them. they had to go from level to level to
Yeah.
kind of put the tubing and stuff through for water and whatnot.
Yeah, it was really cool. We had a big group. Okay, what was this?
That's the archaic cassette toilet from the old days.
You can see how private that is, right? And it was actually on rails. They would roll that thing out of there after it was filled, and so you guys went on a different tour than I did, but they put a 14-year-old girl up on that because, excuse me, it was her birthday, and they embarrassed her thoroughly. It was pretty funny. Like the original black tank. And then this may be offensive to some, so I apologize in advance if it is, but I thought it was pretty hysterical. In the gift shop, in the mine, in the clearance half off table was a picture of Jesus, and he's not looking too happy down there, by the way. They really should have had that in the clearance section. I just thought it was kind of hysterical and had to capture that. So just some really great buildings around, right? This I think was the lot you were in, Neil and Britt. Is that right? Kind of familiar, right?
Echo right
They
there.
all started.
So maybe just so it was kind of dry camping, meaning there was no services, and because the weather was pretty good, we didn't need to run a lot of AC overnight. Maybe just kind of from your perspective, and Mason, Mike, and Justin, just tell us about the parking lots a little bit, campsites.
Well, I can make mine very quick.
Yeah,
I
Justin's
utilized mine to park my van, and then I walked to my Airbnb where I stayed.
Poser. He was being a poser that weekend.
whole weekend.
But yeah, that convention center parking lot was pretty. It was probably the most hectic out of them all, because you had it was in the center of town at the lowest point, and it was the road was the entryway into the town, so we had constant traffic and people. It was really busy. The last 2 days, I said I'm going to go up to the top lot because it was pretty empty by the park. So yeah, there's a lot of good choices for parking there after you figured out how the town worked. So that if you want busy, a lot of people around, then that bottom lot was the best place for you. But if you want something quiet, it's better to be up by the public pool. There's those 2 lots that were really quiet. And I got the best of both worlds. I did the parking lot the first 2 nights, and then I went up by the pool for the second 2 nights.
Yeah, it was much better up there. It was much quieter. The stars were more. It was kind of just us, right?
Right.
So that was a good find. Whoever found, I think it was Marie that may have found it, but or whoever did, it was really great. Let me show a few more pictures here and answer a couple questions, and we'll turn you guys loose if you want, or you can stay. So this was one of several hotels, antique hotels. Everything was sold out for the weekend. It was pretty amazing. This is an old building that's now a part of the museum. Just a great town. I love this. This is some dude's garage that was really on the street. You can see the WTF on the ground. It was just kind of hysterical, I thought. I don't know. Just again, a lot of just really interesting stuff that kind of saw throughout. A lot of art, public art, murals, right? To me, that's just so much fun. This is there was a number of things that the town's famous for, the copper mine way back, of course, but there's a stair climb. Anybody remember this? There's like 1,000 stairs or something like that, and they'd have this marathon running up the stairs every year or something like that.
Yeah, I thought there was 2,000, wasn't there, guys? A total?
Bisbee 1000.
It's the Bisbee 1000, and it's
Okay.
5 miles long, is what one of the locals told us.
Yeah, so they give you a map and they do this whole thing, but like we alluded to, a lot of stairs, hills, but every time you turned the corner, there was something cool to look at. So this is one of the things was on the things you must not miss. And this was the art wall. It was pretty cool. And again, just everything had art on it. This was inside one of the restrooms. I thought it was pretty hysterical. So you kind of get the vibe, right? It was just artsy fartsy, a lot of fun, and we just had so much fun. This and the night sky was absolutely stunning. This was the moon and then Venus over the Catholic Church. And me and the storyteller people stayed in the storyteller lot at the church the first 2 nights, and then I moved up with these guys. That was a much better spot. But would you recommend it for next year as something we do?
Sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
Absolutely.
It was.
I think you should
funny.
get your own. I think you should get your own lot with your own street names like you had in Florida this next time.
I think you're right. So the good news is we have a little inside with the event producers. They loved us, and I think we'll take a little credit because we were going anyway, right? And then Storyteller had to cancel their Baja thing, so they just kind of rushed in and kind of took over it, which is fine. But we'll do that. We'll see if we can do it again next year and get our own lot. I think it's a juicy idea. It was just so much fun. Other thoughts you all have? If you want to stay, you can stay. We'll otherwise.
Yeah. If you're a foodie, I would recommend going to Bisbee too, because the food was phenomenal everywhere we went.
And coffee.
It was.
Coffee. Yeah.
And the good thing about it is if you eat all that food, you're going to walk it off, because I was averaging 12,000 steps a day easily.
But it's not just the steps. It's the fact that it's always up a hill or an incline. It truly is a very unique town in that regards. But I'd also say I think it's home to Arizona's oldest operating bar, St. Elmo's.
And the one we didn't go in.
One of the smallest.
The one with the 4 stools.
4 stools.
Yeah.
4 stools. Yeah. It's such a great town. So this is a good question. So there's questions coming in. So I'll stay with me if you can. So Rob, we love Rob. So is Bisbee now an annual event for you, or consider it off your bucket list? I would absolutely put it on as an event. And even if it's not for an event, we can call out and say, hey, we're just going to roll into Bisbee at any time. If you haven't been there, you really need to go. If you like cool small towns with lots to do, food, beverage. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
we're absolutely going back.
We're going
there.
back next year.
Yeah.
It's here's Live Free saying Bisbee is the San Francisco of AZ. Kind of, right? There's a lot of good way to say it. Ken wants to know, do I have a new hat? No. Hey Ken, what's up? Ken and Linda. I decided to wear it today. We were wearing it in the van last night. That's so Alice in Wonderland weirdos. Yeah, there were some of those. Oh, Danny, that's funny.
Hey, Danny.
There were some of those. And it was again an already established event with 3 things going on. We kind of added to the mix. So for some of us, it was kind of like, wow, this is really over the top. But they do this every year, this Weird Wild West. So this is like the 3rd or 4th year, which is great. Let's see.
Also, another good place to go, which Justin accidentally discovered, was Lowell Street. Did you get to go there, Scott?
I don't think so.
When do you guys talk about it, if you want? Since you guys took a video there, Neil and Britt did a video there.
Yeah, so it's a intact historic town. It was actually its own town, separate from Bisbee, and then they incorporated it into Bisbee because that mine, the one that we actually went to, the Queen Mine and the Lavender Pit, they ended up expanding it so much for copper that it ended up having to cut 3/4 of the town away. So they ended up just keeping 1 street of town there, but it's still intact with all the cars, the storefronts, and there is 1 active gym still in there, even though it doesn't look like it. But they have a sign, you can get a membership. There's the Bisbee Breakfast Club there, still active. They were closed when we were there. And then we actually, thanks to Alfred, he bought us all lunch there when we were there at a food truck that set up right at the end, a burger joint. But it was really cool part of town, and it was really quiet over there. So it was a nice little kind of step back in history. It was like you walked onto a movie set of the 50s or 60s. It was kind of cool.
And you had a view of the whole mine.
Yeah.
The lavender pit.
The lavender pit.
Yeah. So the very cool colors.
Yeah.
There on the side of the mountain. I think it's called Erie Street, and the part of town is called Lowell.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very cool. I mean, but in my opinion, I certainly want to go out of my way a few hours to look at it. But if you're in Bisbee, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just there's so many cool things. I was actually going to go back, but it turns out I have to be in Tucson for Volta training tomorrow morning, so I'm not going back this trip. A couple questions. So if you're not familiar with Neil and Britt, you guys are full-time travelers. You've been through a few vans. Now you're currently in an Echo. And Justin, you are a full-time traveler as well. So this question comes from Sherry. I'll let you guys address this. For full-time travelers, do you ever take time to flush your water tanks to freshen the water? And if so, how often?
Well, yes. I mean, I think everybody should at some point. But we are actually pretty lucky where we live in Florida. We actually have this really crazy 3-step system that goes to where we actually fill our water when we're in Florida. So our Travado's in Florida. Well, it's not actually in Florida right now, but that's where it's based out of. We use it for rentals now. So that actually gets us like 4 steps of filtration before it gets to it. So our water is actually pretty clean and like nothing in it there. But we try to do that, once or twice a year where we actually go in and do the full like chlorine clean out and stuff. And we'll do the same thing in this.
And for me, 6 months after I bought my van, I did the bleach clean out where you just let it sit overnight. But since then, I haven't gotten sick yet.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mason, Mike, any thoughts?
I used the green filter that you promoted a while back. I used that, and then I did the tablespoon of bleach one time to my van. But I'm weird. I don't drink my water from the van. I use that for washing dishes. I'll use it for brushing teeth and taking showers. But I bring 8 gallons of my own reverse osmosis water to drink on board.
That's cool.
We use this for our drinking water. We use a travel Berkey, right?
Oh yeah.
So we don't drink our water. We actually just use the Berkey right here, and it's pretty easy because we actually can fill it with our shower hose from the from the Echo bathroom. So it reaches right out to it, so it gets strapped in, and we use that for our drinking water. But yeah, we try to once or twice a year do a clean if we can. But if you got the right filterization, you're using an actual inline filter, and a lot of the units, the Torado and the Echo, they do have filters in them too. So if you have the under sink filter, if you are going to drink water, you're going to be pretty safe for a while as long as your source is good.
Lucky.
There's Lucky. You want to make a grand appearance. He just wanted a treat.
Good dog. There was a lot of dogs at that event last night in Bisbee,
God.
right? Good Lord.
Yeah.
How dog friendly they are in that town.
Yep.
It's super dog friendly, and let me tell you, some of the dogs are like misbehaving children, and then it was kind of weird in a few places. But
it was
very
more
dog
misbehaving masters because they were a lot of unleashed dogs, which is kind of a sore spot for both Justin and myself. While our dogs are pretty well behaved, you never know what another dog's going to do. And I always got to tell them, it says put your dog on a leash. That's just one of my pet peeves, though.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Here's Swept Line. Let's say hi to some folks. Prescott, I'm actually going to be there as soon as I get out of Phoenix. So we might do a little spontaneous thing there. I love Prescott. Okay, let's just say hi to some folks, and then we're going to do a song of the week. And this is by the group demand from last night. We were kind of standing around the Cattle Rest Saloon doing some AI demos. But let's say hi to some folks. You'll all recognize these. So howdy. Let's see. We got Roads of Life in here. Thumbs up. Yeah, thumb up, everybody, please. That helps a lot. Mason Mike, we just said hello. You see the thing. We got Neil and Brett. There's Rob. And here's Gary. Orlando Park, Illinois, just a little north of Kankakee, Illinois. Thanks for being here, Gary. Appreciate that. Here's Debbie. Good to see you. Josias, they were so lovely. They drove all the way from Florida, right, to be with us. And they are just, we're working to get them on the What's Up Wednesday. They had a super compelling story. Just the most lovely people, right?
They're awesome. Hey, we parked next to them, and Joy really enjoyed meeting them, and they kind of bonded, Joy and his wife.
100%, right? And it kind of gave Joy some comfort, and that was just, I'll call it a Vanlife miracle, because that was great. And Jose was just amazing. Here's Marie. She hung out with us too. This is great. Welcome back home. A Tin Can Carl's in the house. That's nice. New York. Good to see you, sir. Last time I saw him was at the Sunshine State RVs. And here's CMG in the house. Gas is $5 to get in Florida, or in oh my god, this bug. Okay, if you went to my urban camp, you saw my paranoia of bugs. It was pretty bad.
That was hilarious.
I about knocked over the front row trying to get away from this big bug. We got Ron in the house. This is great to see you, sir. Thank you for being here. There's John. Good to have you here, sir.
Yeah.
Need a place to stay.
Hey,
Look at
John.
that. See, this is how we roll here. So he's in Honey, whatever that is, fall. So if you need a place to stay, that's cool.
They got a cool van too.
It's just so great to see how everybody comes together and just makes fan friends, and we swap information. And you're in the area, it's like everybody's like, you're welcome to stay. It's just again, building this community. This is not about me, it's about us. And I'm telling you, we are having impact on people. It's so great. Speaking of impact, so Ken and Linda went to the Texas Vanboree. Ken pulled me aside and gave me the 201 on the toilet tissue in the tank situation. And I'm happy to say, Ken, that I took your advice and I'm now working that program. So we'll be doing a video somehow on that, I'm pretty sure. So thank you for your tips there. Let's see what else. We got Debbie. Steve's in the house. Great to see her. And Steve is here, so giving Sunshine State a call tomorrow. So if they can, a squeaking alternator belt. Nothing worse than having problems with your band rangers, Jane and Roger. Great to see you here again. Alfred, just thanks for joining us at the camp out. It was so great.
Yeah.
Let's see who's else in here. Here's a Frisco T. So Frisco T, you have a new Coach from Beyond member for your Ocala situation when you guys get together, Bill and Joe. It's so great. Here's Danny again. He's like, Neil's way too quiet. It's been a long week, man.
He's not usually.
I know, right? That's true. So I think that's it. Oh, here we got Justin's giving me money, and you're in the audience or in the thing. Thank you, sir.
He's buying you a drink from afar.
Apparently, he wants to drink. Oh my God! And this bug just showed up. God, these bugs.
How are you guys hangovers doing?
I felt better.
So drink, right?
Hair of the dog.
We got the true believers in here tonight. Osias, oh wow, look at this. I'm gonna have to put some more wine in my glass. Osias, thank you so much, sir. You guys are awesome. No pressure, but we'd love to hear your story.
Yeah, you got to hear that. People need to hear their story. They really do.
Yeah, I will not give it away until we get a thumb up from them. So thank you for doing this. I love this one. Kellyanne, thank you. How do you not have more subs? Your channel is awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know either. I wish I knew. We kind of talked about this again over the weekend, right? And Neil and Britt have a channel. So if you haven't been to them, what's your channel? Name Neil and Britt. I can't remember.
Neil and Britt.
Hey, I subscribed to you guys yesterday, so don't worry, you got me. And I told Joy to do it separate. I told Joy to do it separately, so you got two more.
But again, thank you, Josiah, for that. And we're working on it. There it is. See, Neil and Britt. They're just the greatest people. We've actually got to hang out this time, right? Normally we see it at an RV show and we go like this. And they're just so great. Time to have a drink. I know, right? Let's see what else we got in here. Yeah, Bisbee should be on your list. Thank you for that. I totally agree. And by the way, let me go back here. We want to give a shout out to, where are you? Frisco T. So she's got a YouTube channel too, Beyond the Fern. So that's the channel name, right? Beyond the Fern. So solo female traveler. Her husband does not go west, stays at home. And again, Neil and Britt are going to be on the show in a couple weeks, so you'll want to stay tuned and hear their story. What else we got tonight? I think that's it. Yeah, thank you, Kellyanne. I appreciate that. We got some cool stuff coming up. We don't have to have the biggest channel. We just have to, the best people. And to me, it's really helping people like Bill and Joe take the big plunge. And I would you guys agree with me, Mason, Mike, Justin, Neil, Britt? Yeah. Their lives will be changed.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be kicking yourself, saying, "I should have done this a lot sooner."
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You guys are killing me. Mason, Mike. Okay.
All right. Twist my arm.
Our livers hurt.
You know me. No one ever knows what's in this bottle.
We're assuming it's water, but I don't know. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. All right, let's do the. We might close early tonight. My computer's just being weird. I'm going to buy a new one tomorrow. Okay, so this actually came from the group last night. And these bugs are loving me, even though I sprayed with off. Look at this thing. Oh my God. Let's see. Oh, I got. Oh my gosh, here's Larry G. So, Simi G, do you have a hydraulic bottle in your van for changing a flat tire? Bottle jack, yes, sir. I have the one that comes with my Travado, but it may not be sturdy enough. So I did buy a bottle jack after I had a spare tire. Would have made no sense to have that without the tire, but I do have that now, and I think it's like 12 tons. And I would really recommend it. What do you guys carry in yours? Great question, CMG. What do you guys carry for tire stuff? Mason, Mike, do you have a?
I just got the stock. Progressive is really good. I don't have anything to really change a tire, but I did buy a backup plan. I have a tire pump. It's what I showed you at the last camp out. It's a charging system. It's a tire pump. It charges your devices. It has a light on it. It's kind of a neat little thing. Maybe I'll send it to you so you can show everyone else if they want to. It's only like $95. Joy found it online. Wow. But it's a really cool little backup plan for filling up tires, or if you have a kayak or something like that.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Does that jump your battery too, your chassis battery?
That's right, and it'll also jump your battery. I actually tested it a couple times. I actually helped a couple people when their batteries are dead.
That is so great. And a big thumb up for Progressive. They bailed me out roadside assistance with a special, the flatbed tow truck to get Lily on when the serpentine belt broke. Apparently people think we need to have more drinking. Marie's probably going to be sick of us because I'm rolling into Phoenix. We're doing some stuff.
Yeah, spaghetti factory
right there. And I oh my God, here's Alfred. Okay, you ready? Lord have mercy, my liver's aching already.
Freaking walk.
Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Alfred. And not to be outdone, here's Danny. Break. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Oh my God. You guys are killing me. Thank you all so much for being here. Okay, let's do this for the Libation Live Fund. This is just we just had so much fun. I can't wait to meet. So literally, if you're in the Phoenix area, we're again doing a roundup at the Cabela's in Mesa, Arizona. If you're in the Phoenix area, we'd love to see you. And if you're part of the Patreon program, we have a special after that event. Go to the Patreon thing. You can get all the information there. Be part of that if you want. Okay, so we were standing around the saloon last night, and which kind of happens apparently in this group. So by this being on a CD, this kind of came out in the 80s, this song. And I told the group about what song I was planning to put up here today. And they're like, what? And so they came up with this one. Juice Newton,
Jeez.
Queen of Hearts. And it was by unanimous decision. So it's actually a cool song. I had not heard that in a long time. Who's heard of Juice Newton ever, right? Hopefully you have. She was born in 1952, was a Grammy winner in 1983. She actually butted out Dolly Parton. There was 3 ladies, female solo vocalists that year, Grammys. Dolly Parton. Anyway, Wikipedia, right? She's had a really storied career from 1975 to 2010. Now she's doing horse trading, largely European ones. So if you haven't heard Queen of Hearts in a while by Juice Newton, that is from the Wild West, Weird Wild West team for you to.
I got a question. What was the original song that everybody was like giving you a bad time about?
It was Bird Song by Lene. I'm not sure I say her. Lene Lovich, Lovich. It's a great song too, but Queen of Hearts makes you tap your foot. So Bird Song by Lene Lovich or Queen of Hearts. And she had some really big songs. Juice Newton did. I just love that name, right? And as you read the Wikipedia description, it refers to her in her first name. So Juice this, Juice that. It was just the funniest thing. Anyway, let's see if there's anything else on here. You 3 have been so great. It's been such an amazing weekend. So thanks again for spending time with us tonight. And it's final thoughts. We'll call it quits early because I'm out of wine again.
I just say don't even wait for the next event in Bisbee to go. It's a very van friendly town, and Well, actually, coincidentally, the parking lots that we were in, they don't allow you to stay overnight when it's not the event. But there's tons of on-street parking where you can park 24/7 for free. Just a very, very cool town, and I'll be back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And if
I live in Arizona. I've never been to Bisbee, so I'm like, yeah, I said, so Joy, will you go again? She goes, yeah, definitely.
Wow, that's super cool. Wow, that's a big win, right?
Yeah, for me it is.
Just not in the van, right?
She might say, well, let's go get that Airbnb that Justin got.
It's all good. Well, just thank you all for being here on the live, and thanks Neil, Britt, Justin, Mason, Mike for helping share the story. What an amazing weekend, right? Many more to come. We're already planning some great stuff. So we'll cut everybody loose. Give my computer, which is overheating, I think, some time back. And thank you very much. You guys sit tight in the studio. Until we see you soon, we say a journey on and peace be with you.
Bye, everybody.